So what happened in the 1970s? Anything important happened? The 70s marked the rise of feminism. It became the mainstream. This is referred to as second wave feminism. We see in the 1970s two first-time women's studies programs open up, one at San Diego State University and another at Cornell University. These programs marked a milestone in women's education. They covered a variety of topics such as multiculturalism, race, class, and social inequalities. Women also made major pushes for equal rights, aiming for an end to legal distinction between gender in terms of divorce, property, and employment. The Equal Rights Amendment was on its way. August 26, 1970, almost marked the 50th anniversary. The 19th Amendment, the right of the women to vote. In 1972, Miss Magazine was also started a publication written by women for women's issues. The Fair Housing Act was passed in 1974. It protected homeowners and renters from discrimination based on gender, race, or religion. An important person during this time was Bella Abzug. After running for Congress in 1970 and winning the seat in the House of Representatives, she quickly took action. She was an activist and worked towards women's rights. She was involved in the anti-nuclear and war prevention movement and tried to make a difference through her time in politics. When she died of heart disease in 1998, she left behind a strong legacy that promoted further work for the young women of the future. So much happening, but let's zoom in on the Roe v. Wade case. In 1971, the Supreme Court agreed to let a case from Norma McCorvey reach their ears in the case. Norma McCorvey was referred to as Jane Roe to protect her identity. Her opponent was Henry Wade, the district attorney of Dallas at the time. He enforced a law that disallowed abortion unless it was to save women's life. McCorvey, who was pregnant at the time, sought to get the law changed.
Officially, this case's purpose is to recognize the constitutional right for women to choose to have abortion during the first 2 trimesters. On December 13, 1971 and October 11, 1972, the two sides met to argue in front of the Supreme Court. McCorvey's arguments were based on the four main amendments. The First Amendment, which they used to say that the abortion law was based off of religious beliefs. The fourth, which lets her have privacy for the decision. The ninth was which makes this a right even though it isn't officially written. And lastly, the 14th, which forces this case to be a federal one, meaning the state officials can't interfere. Henry Wade, the opposition argued that based on the 10th Amendment, because this is not in the Constitution, this is a state matter, and that he should have control.
To protect life, and here the question is, what does life mean because the constitutional implications here? No one is more keenly aware of the gravity of the issues or the moral implications. We do not ask this court to rule that abortion is good.
Your time is up now, Mrs. Weddington. Thank you, Mrs. Weddington. Thank you, Mr. Flowers. The case is submitted.
By January 22nd, 1973, the court had answered. The decision was 7-2 for Roe. The choice for abortion for women in the first and second trimesters was made. This change in laws ended up affecting 46 states. This decision remains controversial to this day. There are still pushes to overturn the decision. One side operates on the belief that there should only be a choice for women, that it is up to them. Yeah. The other side feels that a fetus is alive and that an abortion would be murder. This controversy all stems back to this case. It marks an important moment in history for women's rights.